America is facing another government shutdown. People are being laid off. 300,000 black women have lost their jobs, and y'all still scared? Let's talk about it. I'm Sean, Queen of DC, full-time solo traveler. On this channel, I post my travel tips and adventures from around the world. If that's your vibe, subscribe. Y'all, it's time to get it together. You cannot keep waiting for security from a system that keeps failing you. You got to put your future in your own hands and move. And what I mean by move, do something. So many of you are sitting there waiting for the system to protect you, waiting for someone else to fix it. Well, let me tell you something. You got to fix it for yourself. You can't, they're not going to fix it for you. The truth is, it's not just the shutdown. Shutdowns come and go. Layoffs come and go. The real issue is this. You're scared to take your future into your own hands. I see it all the time in the comments. People reach out to me. I hear it. I talk with different people. You want to move abroad, but don't. Why? Fear. You stay in jobs that don't respect you, with bosses who drain you, because the fear of stepping out into the unknown terrifies you. I understand your fear. I've been there. I've been in jobs that I don't like. I've been in jobs where I felt I was underpaid. But you know what? Yeah, I don't know what the unknown holds, but I know I can do better than this. And I'm the type of person, I put my mind to something, I am going to do it. And I'll use this vessel to get to where I need to be. Okay? You use it to get to the next stage of your life, the next chapter. So I'll take what I have to take. I'm fighting, but I'll take what I have to take and do what I need to do. But I'm not just going to sit there and take it. That's not how I roll. And if it gets too bad, then I'll leave. I'll leave and not have a job because I've done it. And I'm confident in myself to know that I'll be okay. And that's just my foundation. If you need counseling, get counseling. But that is my foundation. My parents instilled in me, you can do whatever it is you want to do. Be confident. Know that you're deserving. So I don't even believe in all that imposter syndrome. I don't even know what that is. They just came up. I think people just come up with some words and just throw them out there. And then people, yeah, I got this imposter syndrome. No, if I'm there, I deserve to be there. You're not better than me. And yeah, sometimes I am better than the next person. But you can't tell me what to do, or you can't tell me what I can't do. I've always been that person. I don't just sit and complain. I think of a solution. We're going to resolve this. I don't like misery. And I don't like people who are miserable around me. That misery loves company, well, we're not together. I understand the fear to a certain point. Fear is heavy. Fear is loud. Fear keeps you still while life moves on without you. I don't love fear that much. Let me tell you why fear is dangerous. This is what fear does. It tricks you into thinking you're safe where you are. Fear says, don't rock the boat. Stay here. You'll be fine. It's all good. But look around. How safe do you really feel right now? I was sharing my perspective the other day with a friend about discuss calculated risk. And that's a term I no longer use. And I no longer use calculated risk about my life because of my experiences, and also because there's a negativity that comes with risk. I turn that into a positive. Why worry about risk when each step is intentional and aligned with my bigger vision? That's a positive move. Change your mindset, your perspective. You got to move something to change and beat fear. You can't just sit there in it. Life will pass you by, and you still sitting there scared. Everybody living their best life. Move. Do something different. During this government shutdown, jobs are cutting you loose without any warning. Bills are due, rent is due, groceries still on the rise. You gotta eat. So what you gonna do? This is your time to do what you need to do. I don't know why we're surprised. I really don't. We've been through this before. We're here again. Look at the state of our government. This should be no surprise. And there's something bigger coming along. And if this doesn't scare you to move, then you're just going to be a scary cat. You're not moving nowhere. You're not moving nowhere, whether you're going to be in that same job, you're going to be in that same place in life, the mindset the same. You just, stay where you are. But for those who want to do something differently, don't let fear make you wait, because fear tells you to wait. But waiting is what's costing you the most. Now, I'm not sitting up here saying I've never been afraid or scared to make big drastic moves. I moved to DC at 20 years old by myself. It was a goal, something I wanted to do. I did it. I traveled solo by myself. I quit my good government job with no job to go to because I believed in myself. I started my own business. So that was scary. Moving abroad, that was a big change. That was, even though I moved to DC by myself, moving abroad, it's international, different ways. I don't think it'd be scary, but I still did it, and I'm here living well. I've always been a confident person, but this really took it over the top for me. Back in the 90s, I used to work in the U.S. Senate, and I decided to quit my job. Now, I left that job, not going to a job, and figuring out, eventually I wanted to do something entrepreneurial, but not right then. I had put a plan in place, and I was comfortable with that plan, that when I left, I was the happiest person on earth. I had took my future into my hands, and I made the decision because I knew this is the least I can do. What's the most I can do? I'm gonna take that chance. I can always come back to this. I'm confident in my skills. I can always come back to this. I was able to write at the highest level. I learned government policy, how it works. So in DC, I was never without a job, baby. Never. But you're talking about in the 90s, where you're leaving a good job and not going to a job? Are you crazy? I know everybody thought I was crazy. My parents thought I was crazy. My friends thought I was crazy. But when I got out there, then they were like, whoa, this child, she living the same lifestyle. She's still taking her trips, still getting her hair done every other week. She's still living life normal. Was I scared? All I can tell you is not when I did it. When I said bye-bye, walked out that door, I was free. I was free. And I knew from that point on that I could do anything I wanted to do. I could knock fear in his face because I did it once. I could do it again. Yes, I have moments of fear pop up, but again, this is intentional steps align with my bigger vision. So I'll be all right. I'm good. Here's a little background. Won't leave you hanging. When I started my first business, it was an executive assistant boutique staffing agency. I hired and placed high-level executive assistants in private equity firms. You know anything about private equity? You know they got the money, honey. Money wasn't an issue, and I was doing quite well in that market. I started my business in 2001. And as a byproduct of my executive assistant staffing business, I created the Successful Etiquette Training Program in 2005. I started doing professional development training in business etiquette, customer service. It was real broad. That did really well. But there were moments, particularly when the presidency changed, that the business people started cutting their training budgets. And it wasn't as lucrative as it was at the time. I had to shift. Those were scary times. You're going from a budget of $100 and some $1,000 to now barely able to get a contract. Those were scary times. You pivot. I pivot. And I made it work. I still end up on top. Confidence in the face of fear. But I'm the type of person, I believe in a plan. You have to have a plan. Now, it doesn't have to be all laid out. And sometimes when you're operating in business, you got to make quick decisions. You got to sit back down and say, okay, what's the plan? So now, what is your plan? What are you going to do? What do you want your life to feel like? What does success feel like to you? Answer those questions. That's your guiding light. Even if you can't answer those two questions right now, you know what you don't want to feel like. Stressed, disrespected, unsafe. You don't want to feel like that. See, people think courage means not being afraid. That's a lie. Courage means being scared and doing it anyway. You don't wait for fear to disappear, because it won't. You learn to carry it with you while you build something new. And the crazy part is, once you move with courage, fear starts to lose its grip. You realize you're stronger than you thought. That's why I created resources to help you if you're ready to take that step. I wrote my new ebook, How to Move Abroad, a practical guide, because so many people asked me how I did it. I wanted to give you real steps and real resources you can use today. I have a video linked above on the How to Move Abroad guide, who it's for, what's inside the guide, and if it's for you. I also offer Pick My Brain sessions, one-on-one consultations for people who need clarity, a plan, and a push to figure out their next move. Now listen, moving abroad might not be your answer, and that's okay. Maybe your abroad looks different. Maybe it's going back to school. Maybe it's changing careers. Maybe it's starting a business. Finally doing that thing you've been putting off for years. The point is, you cannot wait for a broken system to decide when you get to live. The ball is in your court, always has been. Stop letting fear write your story. Start writing it yourself. Shutdowns will keep happening, layoffs will keep happening, but your future, that's in your hands. Don't let fear hold the pen. Don't wait. Don't look back years from now with regrets. You can get a copy of the guide from my queenofdc.com website under digital guides. I'll leave a link in the description box below to make it easy for you to find. I truly wish everyone well in this unfortunate situation. I hope this message reaches you if you're at that point. If you know it's time for a change, if you're ready to step into something new. Remember, your journey is yours. But you don't have to be stuck. The next move is in your hands. If you found value in this video, go ahead and hit subscribe, like it, and share this video with someone who might need to hear this today. Until next time, y'all. Peace.